My ear crown is so native. I feel like a Native American. It feels nice. And it looks really colourful, like on me. But I'll take it off. I've got something to show you. So my oldest collection. My very first, it's rusty now, and some parts aren't, of course, because they're made with some kind of metal that doesn't rust. But this is the two dragons, one there and one there. And the reason why I've got two dragons is because my sons are both the year of the dragons. So they're my, it's very old and buckled and beaten around, and so old the chain is rusty. I need a new one with two dragons. I wear it when I want to think of my two dragons, my two sons. Their birthday, if I have a birthday on a Saturday, theirs also falls on a Saturday, so they have a connection with me. I call us the power of three because we have the same connection going on. And I'm the year of the rat, which is the highest in China. When you think of rats, year of rat, you think of those little dirty rats. Well, it's not like that. They're very lucky and wealth and health and all that sort of thing. But these are it's very old. It's at least 9 years old. It's lasted this long. I didn't throw that one out because it had significance of meaning to my sons in my life, but I've definitely got to get another one and pull the dragons off this one because they're all rusted, and just use the band maybe for a headband. And this Joker hat has a significant meaning in my life as well. I sometimes call myself the Joker. There's years ago, all my abuse, that my parents covered it up with jokes to people. Oh, we're just kidding around, she'll be fine, a big joke, haha. And then laugh it off with everybody, saying it's a joke. And then one day, because my brother was a big part in the abuse, then one day these people wanted furniture for their house. So I told them, my brother's got furniture, he'll give it to you. And he thought all their jokes they played on me, he thought it was a joke and that they'll bring the furniture back. So he helped load his furniture up, and he's standing there all day waiting for his furniture to come back because he thought it was a joke. So I got my own back with the joke, didn't I? So that's why I bought a Joker hat, because the jokes are now on them. Everything they do comes back to them in karma as a joke, and that's how they played it. So that's how they lived it, and what goes around comes around. So that's my Joker hat with bells. I bought this from UK or Britain, I think it was, somewhere around there anyway, England or something. It's their football colours, but I don't have their footballs and things like that, so I just used it as a Joker hat. I've taken the bells from the ends off because they're a little bit dingy, and I put them in my jewellery box, and sometimes I ring them. So that's my oldest collection. This is about 8 years old, 7, 8 years old, something like that. This is 9 or 10 years old, something like that. It's very old. So that was my first circlet I ever bought, and that was because of my son's being dragons, and I was looking on Etsy, surfing around what they got, and these circlets came up, and I didn't know circlets existed. I thought, what's this lovely thing? And it had 2 dragons. I thought, wow, that would suit me for my sons. They're dragons. And I'm in the middle, of course. That little mark there is me. That one there. And they're the dragons. And it was a lot nicer when it was new. And because it was new, it was a cool thing. I used to wear it out. I'd put my hair over this part here, all that, and just have the dragons here. I'd wear that out. I used to get looks. And my hair was thicker then too. But yeah, this has significant meaning in my life, because the joke ended up back on them. Everything they do about me comes back to them as a joke. People laugh at them, and they don't stop talking about me. They praise themselves, going, at least we're not like her, and she's this blah blah blah, and worthless, and all this stuff, and starved, and at least I was fed, and they praise themselves up, and they get laughed at because people. One time, Dale, my brother, I wonder if he's really my brother, he told everyone I died. I was in America. I gave birth to my son in America, Chris, the year of the dragon, and they thought I wasn't going to come back to Australia, but I overstayed my visa, so I had to come back. And he told everyone I died, and he was having a funeral for me, but he needed people to donate money for the funeral. And all these people turned up out of nowhere, sad that I died. And the reason why he wanted a funeral was he wanted to know how many people would turn up. They're funny people. And he wanted to know how many people would turn up, but he wanted the money as well. So he kept the money for himself, spent it, didn't give it back to them. They found out I was alive because I walked past them in the streets when I came back to Australia. And they said, Donna. I said, yes. You're not dead. I said, no. They said, we went to your funeral. I said, what the hell? They said, Dale said you were dead. Where were you? I said, I was in America. So they never bothered with Dale anymore because he was too jealous of me in ways that the joke became on him. Every time that they tried to point out that they're better than me, it would always backfire. And there's no reason, because he's not female, so he shouldn't. I'm no threat that he shouldn't be jealous in any way. But one time this guy gave me a medallion, and it was one very religious secret organisation thing, and I showed him, and he went and bought one, and he got some people to piss on it, and he said to me, this is blasphemy. all my friends pissed on it. And I thought, and his wife said he just went out and bought that because I got one. Just I gave mine to my son because he can always sell it because it's a very powerful emblem where you could make money from it. And it was given to me, so I gave it to my son. So anyway, yeah, that's why the Joker hat is very significant to me. And, because of the revenge, the karma was always back on Dale and his mother as a joke, because that's how they lived with people. To cover up the abuse, they'd say it was only a joke, rah, rah, rah. They were good talkers, they're good con artists. They'll talk you into believing anything. People believed their stories, and then some people got sick of their stories and called his mother Mrs. Bullshit Artist. And she'd always steal things. If you left coins around, she'd take them, and she'd deny taking them. She was a very bad thief, and Dale turned out the same way as well. He was a thief. He would steal everything from me. I couldn't turn my back on my wallet. He'd take the money out really fast and keep it. He was vicious like that, cruel. And because they were family, I always forgave them, but not anymore. I haven't spoken to them for a long time. And when my mother died, I didn't feel anything. I thought I would cry if I heard she died, but I didn't care. It's more like I'm glad, because she never got to see me before she died, and she never got my forgiveness for the abuse and torture that she did to me before she died. So she never got peace from me anyway, not from my side of things. And she really apparently wanted to see me before she died, got too old before she dies, and she died without me. So I'm glad in a way, because that's my revenge, that she never got my forgiveness. I wouldn't forgive her anyway, but maybe I would have. And she never got it before she died, so the joke's on her and my brother. So that's why I used to call myself the Joker, because they used to cop their own jokes back on them. And I bought the hat, the Joker hat, as a significant meaning in my life. And this was my first circlet, and since bought plenty. But I'm definitely going to look for another twin dragon thing, because this is so old now. So anyway, have a good day. Love you all.